Coach, the biggest challenge tonight seemed to be in the paint.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were super dominant there. What was the biggest challenge? For the defense?
That's about as simply put as you can state it. They dominated us in the paint. We were not able to we typically do that well. We were not able to contain dribble penetration, cuts, offensive rebounding, pick and rolls to the paint. That just looks like a misprint. 64 points in the paint allowed, and it felt like they could have had quite a few more. And even on the other side, we've really been assertive and aggressive offensively, putting pressure on teams, getting into the paint, breaking the defense down, making those extra efforts to get those attacks. We just weren't able to do it on either side of the floor, and they pretty much took control from there. It's a disappointing loss for sure.
Jones had a spectacular night. He steps into that first guard role. He's usually picking up Ja and just almost picks up right where Ja tends to be.
Yeah, he's a very good player. He's skilled. He can play pick and roll basketball very well. He was assertive with his attacks. He was breaking us down on every coverage, basically, whether we were in drop coverage, switch coverage, in our zone. He was able to find those gaps and really put a lot of pressure on us and convert a lot of those paint attacks. Either he was finishing or he was finding wide open guys. We just weren't able to. It just was not one of our better defensive performances of the year.
On the other side, it started off nice from 3, 6 to 7, but then balls just wouldn't fall. Did you like the looks at least after this? First
well, the
quarter?
3-point looks I liked. I've for the most part, our 40 3-point attempts, I would say a lot of those were open and they were the right plays. But we have to establish our attacking game. One way or another. It's attack first, paint pressure at first, rim pressure. We were not making, the necessary efforts and spacing and doing things with a burst, with an energy, to be able to get them on their heels. Certainly not the way we were, in the previous games on this road trip, and that proved to be pretty costly.
Do you have to hang on to this one a little bit and really dive into it, or are you okay with the fact that you get to try to correct it immediately?
Hey, we don't have time. It's disappointing. If we had a normal off day, we would get to work and everything. I would say probably this is the first game of the year where it just looked like we were flat in mud, for a large portion of the game. And even when we were able to get some footing, we just weren't able to take control of the game. You do have to credit them. They played with an aggressiveness and an edge, got us on our heels on so many of those defensive possessions. But we have to get on the plane, get some rest. We have some guys that are, still on the mend and getting healthy and get ready for another tough battle tomorrow. We can't even look at the record. I just know, Dwayne Casey coached the team. They're going to play physical. They're going to play with force. They have great habits that they're developing, and they're a young team with a lot of energy. So we got to gear up and get ready for that.
Jimmy Butler did not score. Had one basket in the first half, and he's sort of picked it up in the third. But was that Brooks' defense? Was he off tonight for another reason?
No, it felt like just as an overall group, we're a team that relies on doing things in sync, and there's got to be some kind of synchronicity to how we play to be able to get our attacks and everything. And we just weren't doing it diligently enough to be able to make those efforts to be able to attack and get what we want. We had spurts of it throughout the course of the game, but just not consistently enough. Certainly not the way we've been playing, for the last few weeks. Okay, thank you.